Welcome, beautiful soul. My name is Annika, and this is your cosmic message for whenever you found this video or in real time, August 10th, 2025. Wow, okay, so the message is pretty clear. I already pulled some cards. We are doing a little bit of an oracle palooza today instead of the tarot because I just got back home after being away for a little bit and I'm just like all the cards, all my decks. But I was just getting hit with this message about like this portal that is so open this time of year. You know what it is? Now it's hitting me again. It's these retrogrades. I believe we have 5 planets in retrograde now. And Mercury is gonna come out of retrograde on the 11th, but we have Neptune, we have Saturn, we have Chiron, we have, I believe, Pluto. Don't quote me on that unless it's correct, in which case, quote me on that. And Mercury. And this is like, I keep getting this vision of like portals being opened up between timelines from specifically now back to 2022 and 2023 and perhaps some from 2024, but like it's been like very specific, like 2022 and 2023. And it is so interesting because it's like all of a sudden, like I'll get these visions of like parallels that are happening between the two timelines. And it's almost as if things that were opened up and began at that moment are like finally taking this next like quantum leap now. They could be coming to completion, but they also could be, it's almost like this essence of prophecies that were set in motion in 2022 and 2023 are starting to either come to completion or come to their next evolution now. And so things are clicking into place in a new way, or almost like the prophecy is being upgraded because they've been completed so successfully. And if you're here, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what has happened the past few years, you have been doing amazing. And even when it looks like, no matter what it looks like, you've been on the upward spiral. And so you've completed specific divine assignments, whether it be like actual creation of things, whether it actually be healing old patterns and releasing them for good, purging them, clearing them, going through lessons that it just like it had to be learned 1 or 2 more times, reclaiming your power through those lessons, or just reclaiming your power through not even lessons, just the desire to become more of who you actually are and remember more of who you actually are, and then create from a place of greater empowerment. So there's a multitude of ways this could look, but ultimately the idea is that things that we were destined to complete and accomplish in the etheric realm and in the physical realm have reached their level where now like the new prophecies can be encoded, because some of them will even shift and change based upon what we have done and how much we have accomplished. So congratulations. And if you feel almost like remembrances coming back from those points in times, like maybe summer of 2022, summer of 2023, just like all of these things from the past, they're coming up because it's as if the timelines are like converging and harmonizing, and we're setting a new trajectory, we're setting a new North Star. And this is the work of our higher self and a lot of etheric beings that are assisting in the fulfillment of our evolutionary process. Like, we're here on the ground and we can tune in and we can open up our intuition and we can merge closer with our higher self and even be in greater communication with these etheric forces. But ultimately, like, the weaving of the prophecies is happening on a pretty grand scale that's beyond us. But I just get the sense that, and because it's all happening everywhere all at once, I'm starting off this reading so meta, I know. So we're going to get into like the more simplistic message, but for some reason I feel called to talk about this. Because everything is happening everywhere all at once, it's like those things that were set into motion back then, like we were already completing them now when they were set into motion. And that's why it's like almost like, I think it's at this time of year, the energy, the portal to like the higher awareness opens so much. And I think this year it's been massively exponential because we are on the upward spiral, and because all of the planets are in retrograde, and it's like the revisiting energy, the past alchemization energy. And so all the retrograde paired with this mass influx of cosmic energy that is literally giving us a huge consciousness boost that like both will take with us, but like is also specifically heightened and opened in a greater way in this portal of time that we have in August. And because we're getting that greater expanded awareness at a time when we have all of this revisiting and past energy, like it's like those portals open, like I talked about in a previous video, for like the alchemization of the past, for the harmonization of the past timelines and all of these things. Because those portals are opening, it's like almost like you might be having experiences of everything happening everywhere all at once. So like you are having an experience in this present moment that is like a powerful moment of gnosis about your path, about your destiny, about your relationship to other people, about your relationship with what you're doing, what you're meant to be doing. And then like you can get this feeling tone of the way that like things were kicked off in the seeming past to like perfectly align it all to here. And then it all clicks into place of like why it had to happen that way, or all the signs that were trying to point you to the fact that like this thing or that person or that path was part of your destiny, but like you're not seeing it until now, because it's like it's all aligning. Like the pathway, the portal of awareness is opening, so you can see how the past trickled into the future and how the future is trickling into the past, and the divine design of all of it. And so I don't know if anyone else has been having that experience. Please comment below if you have, but it is trippy and I'm into it. So that's that wanted to come through. Now we're going to talk about what the cards have to say, because we use many different decks and they were all giving the same message. So we start off with this Angel Messages deck. This is OG fave deck. I love it so much. It is a Dorian Virtue, and they're still really good. If you know about that all of that lore, the decks are still good. So we got Serenity, and this card, it's essentially saying that you are moving into a time of greater inner peace and tranquility. So like that is a promise from the angels to you, that no matter what level of peace and tranquility or lack thereof you're in right now, you are moving into a state of greater peace and tranquility. Like there is major graduation energy from that has been coming through from the Lion's Gate, which might have been slightly intense, slightly intensely fun if you're into the intensity. And then the full moon in tropical Aquarius was almost this sense of like, we made it, this sense of cosmic renewal. And I definitely feel it. I'm like tired at this time of night for the first time in I don't know how long. It's been like wired on one for weeks, but we're at this time where it's like, you did it, kid. Like kick up your feet, you can relax a little bit. And not only that, but this message is about the fact that peace of mind and serenity is like the precursor, it is the baseline, it is the truth of the matter. Your true state is peace and serenity. And anything that happens in the third dimensional reality that tries to pull you out of that state is a distraction and it is an illusion. And your greatest power as the alchemist that you are is to practice holding your faith and allowing that to give you peace of mind so that you can be in a state of serenity in all moments. And this creates more peace and serenity in your life. It is your greatest power to not be sucked in and influenced by anything going on in the external reality, but be able to control your internal state. And that's the practice. That is the practice of an alchemist. And it is totally masterable. And that is what the angels are encouraging you to do. Even if your logical mind cannot fathom how a challenge could be resolved, peace of mind means that you trust God, the universe, life itself will create a miraculous solution. This sort of faith is always warranted because faith is a key component in experiencing such miracles. Faith is a key component in experiencing miracles. So faith is not blind. I mean, faith is not blind in the sense that it is naive and it is a hope. Faith is a cosmic currency. Fear is a cosmic currency. And you're gonna pick one and you're gonna pick the other, and they're going to create with it. They're creative energies and they're both a choice. So it's not like, oh, I'm just like so positive and faithful and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I choose faith because I'm a powerful being that knows everything is always working out for me because I say it is. So even if it looks like it's not, that's because there's something I don't know that's outside of my awareness, because everything is always working out for me and I'm always provided for. So hold that stance, practice holding that stance. Play pretend until it is so. And then we got Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency. And this card is essentially the same thing. It's basically saying, now is the time that you can surrender to the efficiency of divine flow in your life. You can stop pushing so hard. You can stop trying so hard. You've set so much energy in motion, and now your job is to like relax into the universe's stream of perfection. The way that nature is so efficient in the sense that like nothing is really wasted. Like leaves die and then they become compost in the ground. Animals die, vultures go after them. The water evaporates and becomes a cloud. You know, everything is used, and that is the Tao. It is the natural flow of the universal existence that goes without a conscious mind or a subconscious mind needing to control and direct it all the time. And so you are being called to embrace this law of efficiency by relaxing into the state of flow in your life. And that is having faith that the river of the universe is carrying you where you need to go, especially because now that is like specifically what is coming through, is that it is time to accept the grace of the divine into your heart and to embrace the fact that you are not forgotten, you're looked after, and things are flowing in the most optimal way for you. And there's another interesting note in here that I think it's the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace at work. So hitch your wagon to the universe in this way. You need to learn to listen to what feels right and what feels wrong, and be guided by your intuition, by your instinct, because that is the universe showing you where to go. And that's what's so interesting too, is that like we're so programmed to, especially women, I don't know if men would resonate with this as much, but I'm curious. So if you're watching this, comment below, let me know. we're so programmed to like make our decisions based upon what we think is appropriate in the eyes of other people, or what is going to keep other people like emotionally stable around us, which is actually insane. Had such a desire to swear right there, but like that's actually so insane that like most people, specifically women, are programmed to decide what to do, not based upon their divine intuition or what they actually want to do, but what is like not going to upset or weird out or cause judgment from some person in the external environment. Like, no wonder the divine design and flow has gotten messed up to a point where like nobody trusts it anymore, because nobody's actually following it because we're afraid. And if you're here and you're watching this, like, you are a revolutionary. You are here to be a new way. And together, it's all going to build a new way. And so this is your permission slip to follow your intuition no matter what. And people will get used to it. And honestly, people will respect it. And if they don't, eventually, you know, it'll plant a seed for them. And regardless, it's literally just like not your problem. Live in your own universe, you know? Because it's more of the fact that like if you put attention to it, anything you put your attention to is actually a thing in your life. But like the less you give attention to it, it's like it has no energy to even be there. Nobody will even think about you if you don't think about them thinking about you. So ultimately we're creating it ourselves. It's this really grand mirror. So follow your inner compass, because that is what is connected to this divine law of efficiency and divine grace itself. And then when you act from that place, you're moved from that place, you are divine grace itself. You are the law of efficiency in action. You are a harmonious unit of the universal field that is enacting miracles. And from there is where abundance comes. From there is where magic comes. From there is where you're guided to the right people, the right places, the right circumstances, and your divine destiny unfolds before you know it. And it's that easy. It's like, wow, the answers, that's what people mean when they say the answers are within you. It's all within you. So that's that. It's time to relax into faith, trust, peace of mind, surrender to the divine. And if you're used to the opposite, then this is calling upon you to change the channel and to choose to do so. Okay. You guys, it's such an experience of renewal. Like, I swear to God, that's what we're receiving for our Alchemy by Kim Krans card. We got the spring. Renewal is here. And this is the kind of renewal where like you've been inside all winter and then you step out the door and all of a sudden there are flowers and everything has grown. And there's sweet smells and there's hummingbirds and there's bees, and you were literally, you didn't even know. It's not from like you going out there and like building everything brick by brick. Like, you were inside doing your thing, which I'm sure was awesome during the winter. So it's a time you realize the earth has been in its own transformational spin. And in a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside its work, opens the door, and steps into spring. So it's generation time. This is a time where you might feel some new creativity stirring. You might feel this like awakening in your like sacral and solar plexus and heart chakra, where you just like want to move this energy and you want to like make something. You want to dream up something new. You want to collaborate with friends. You are flirting with a new special someone. Like, you're feeling more loving with your partner. Like, this energy of sensuality and aliveness and creativity is blossoming, and it is doing so on its own because this is life's way. This is what happens when, you know, you go through a really alchemical period, and it's like, it's okay to surrender now. It's okay to choose peace of mind and connect to this source of universal flow, which is ever creative. And so naturally, all the buds began to blossom. as you relax, as you step into divine flow, as you honor your yes and you honor your no. And this is like also doubling down on honoring your yes, because how many things are you a yes for that you decide not to act upon because it's easier to stay in a habitual pattern than it is to take a risk, you know, whether it be a risk to go out and do something. And it's like, yeah, it might be a bad time. It might be a good time. If you're there, it's going to be a good time because you're an alchemist and you can turn any situation into gold. But whether it's going out to do some activity, whether it is creating something, when you feel the urge, also let yourself say yes. Also let yourself say yes, because there is also a theme, and it's something that I'd realized that I'd been doing a lot, and then I've heard other people be talking about it too. So I feel like it's kind of a collective theme of blocking one's own blessings, where there might be some places in your life where you realize like you've gotten inspiration around a certain thing that like could be kind of in alignment with something you're trying to call in, but you shove it down because you're like, no, my routine is this actually, or like, what if I end up, I don't know, not getting enough sleep, or what if that like throws me off in that way, or what if it doesn't turn out to be as good as I thought it was going to be, or you get the desire to create something, or someone offers you the very thing you've been wanting, but your mind, it's your subconscious mind who doesn't want you to have a new experience because that doesn't know it's going to survive it, tells you that it's like not quite the right offer, you know, like if they really, if the offer was really what it was supposed to be, it like would have been this, this, and that. So you're like, no, actually, like that's not good enough. Or like, I don't know if like that's really an authentic offer. Something where something could be literally put at your lap or has been put at your feet and you have denied it, or something that has come within, an inspiration or a download that has come within that you've also shoved aside because it means change. It means trying something new. And this is the time where that is the divine grace flowing through. That is the law of efficiency. And so sometimes the law of efficiency requires a no when it's very clear. And then sometimes it requires a yes when that's initially clear, and then for some reason your subconscious mind convinces you out of it. But what if what's on the other side of the door is one of your dreams? What if it's something that is going to lead you to one of your dreams 10 steps down the road? So don't forget to say yes as we enter this period of renewal. And like, your heart will show you the way. Like, your mind will tell you that something about the details isn't exactly perfect, but like, if your heart is a yes, if your gut is a yes, whatever like your intuitive ping is, because I know some people in human design, it's their spleen. What does that feel like? Please let us know. But go with that, the part of you that you know is the truthful part, and be willing to go a little bit outside of your comfort zone as like the buds bloom. Just like let it happen. That's the vibe of it actually, is let yourself have everything you want. Look at your reality right now and like, where has the things that you want to become or receive tried to come to you actually, or tried to come through you, and some behavior of yours has like stopped it? And just see if you can release that and let yourself receive. Let yourself be the thing, be the version of you want to be. Just let yourself, because we sometimes think that it's like we have to try to be that, but like, you actually already are that, and you're trying not to be. Or like, that thing that you want actually has tried to come to you, and you actually have like put up a barrier to it, but you actually do deserve it. It's something in the past that is making you feel like you can't have it for some reason, because something's going to happen again that happened to you before. But like I was saying in yesterday's reading, you're new now. Let yourself be new. But like, also let yourself have everything that you've ever wanted. Let yourself be everything you've ever wanted, and know that I'm saying let yourself because you already have it all. It's already trying to come to you. And like also all those things, like you are those things. You are. So like stop fighting it. Just stop fighting it. That's the message. Okay. And then we got the beatitude of sacred rapture. And first of all, that's giving some soulmate twin flames vibes. Honestly, it's a little bit saucy, so I'm gonna put it down, but oh my gosh, what do we have on the other side? 7 blessings of Eve. Okay, we gotta look that up too. As I was saying, the twin flame vibes. Okay, the beatitude of sacred rapture though. This is number 29. Maybe you've been seeing the number 29. This number specifically stuck out to me. I don't know what the number of the other cards were at all. Or 11. I'm 29. Maybe there's someone, something in your life around the number 29 or the number 11. Obviously it's me because I'm 29 and I'm born on the 11th. So you got to pick another though. And this energy is all about the gift of being able to see the divinity in all things, all circumstances, all situations. The sacred rapture is the essence of realizing that everything that's labeled good, everything that's labeled as bad is like truly so miraculously divine. And like when that is truly experienced and realized, it's such like a heart cracking open love for and embracing instead of a rejection of all of life itself. Darkness is cleared in an instant. Rapture is the astonishment, the sudden intake of breath in response to an inner realization of something beautiful and beyond description. It tears us out of our misery and despair and plugs us into an electrical current of enlightenment. The darkness is cleared in an instant. My guess is you've had one of those experiences in this past week, in the past few days. It's been so high energy, and if not, may you have one in the coming days. A beatitude is a blessing, the highest blessing. It brings guidance that the beautiful healing truth of spirit is your reality. That is it. That's your reality. All else is a nightmarish misuse of imagination by the ego. That is what I am saying, is that nothing is good or bad. Thinking makes it so. The truth is the healing, miraculous nature of spirit. That is the truth of reality. If something looks like it's not happening the way, or like happening that's bad, there is good in it. There is a completion in it. We just can't see it yet. There is something that a soul needs to learn. There is a gift in even death and disease. Like there's a divine design and a divine inner working to the point where like if we could truly see it all, we'd be moved beyond comprehension. And that is what is being communicated here, is that anything other than that is a nightmarish misuse of imagination by the ego. It's our rejection of like the truth of reality, which is the divinity of all things. So when you sense spirit at work in your life, totally trustworthy and having your back, you are seeing clearly. That's when you're seeing truth. That's when you're seeing truth. When your hopeful heart feels empowered, you are in the zone of truth. Trust in those moments. Recall them whenever you can. Count all your positive moments and wins, no matter how inconsequential they may appear. Every one of them is a precious drop of divine nectar nourishing the heart. Allow yourself to see and be seen, and remember that even in all the tremors, trials, and tribulations of human life, you are a radiant soul who is growing ever more luminous through the wisdom, compassion, strength distilled through those experiences. The hard times really like help the light to shine. Look for the light beneath all phenomena, and you shall know the peace and love that is with all beings always. And that is the other thing, is that like we want to see that strength and that luminosity in ourselves and also in others. One of the greatest curses you can put on another is to feel pity for them, because you actually want to see the strength of their infinite soul and like the absolute power that they must have had to be given such in its assignment or experience, and like see their absolute capacity to overcome anything, whether it be in life or in death. You know what I mean? Like, they will rise, they will be victorious. And that is the power of divine sight, of seeing the truth of how things really are. So it takes us out of being so sucked into the story we've been told about the Maya and the illusion that is occurring here. And it puts you back, and it puts other people back through your sight and perception into their true power, into your true power. There's quantum power in pure vision. And this is the other thing. It's also talking about relationships with others. That when we let spirit truly see us and we connect with the divine, we learn to love ourselves through like our connection to spirit ultimately. Like, that's actually the ultimate stage of loving yourself. You can't just do it on a third dimensional level. You can, but it's temporary. It's like fleeting. And so true self-love comes from when you are connecting to spirit, you're connecting to the divine, and then you are then almost like a channel for the divine. You can be that healing force to others. When you witness them, you hold them, you see them, you offer your love. And then the next step is kind of like letting ourselves do that with other people. It can also be so easy to like in your cave just be like in rapture with the divine, but like, are you going to let somebody else actually see you in your life and experience being held in another's vision? And when you come with the purity of your vision, you'll find someone who can reflect that back to you. And it's like worth the risk to do so. There's quantum power in pure vision. It empowers the viewer and also that which is viewed. Seeing from a position of inner spiritual truth, we look below the surface, which has alchemical potency to set healing in motion. When you see someone for who they truly are, which is infinite and divine, all powerful, all knowing, all creative, that is like the greatest gift you can offer anyone. So, what vision of yourself or others do you cling to that you might want to free yourself from? How might you choose to either encourage or impede soul awakening? When life is tough, can you admire the courage it takes to grow? There is a compliment inherent in being allotted life's challenges. It shows you are strong enough and you're being prepared for something great, amazing also. So you're allowed to experience divine delight in the collective soul of humanity, in the soul of yourself, in the soul of the world. You're allowed to, no matter the circumstance, be like that insane person who's in a state of divine delight all the time. If you so choose, it's medicine for the world. I mean, think about Rumi. He was just like literally like dancing and twirling around and in absolute divine ecstasy with God all the time. Sounds like a good time to me. And people really adore him eons later. That's that. Okay, I think my mind is slowing down because I did want to put you guys a love message, but I really went overtime. We're not editing these, so feel free to fast forward them to get through the ramble. Also, I guess I could have like the AI cut out the pauses for me. If you think that you would prefer that, please let me know in the comments and I will do that. Which is also super easy, but they might be more relaxing like this. Please give me some feedback. Okay, so we're gonna pull a love message for you, but that's only if you want a love message. So if you don't want a love message, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what's up, and you don't have to stay here for the you don't have to stay here for the love message. Okay, this love message is inspired by these two who are in the beatitude of sacred rapture. Okay. There have been a lot of like divine union, divine counterpart energies coming through for this past like 2 weeks. I think it's like something that opened up with this specific Lionsgate portal where I know like a lot of people have experienced such things before, but I feel like it opened up this portal for like a new wave, and there's some very interesting things happening. So anyway, we're gonna pull a love message for anyone who's still watching this video, which honestly, if you are, God bless you. past life relationship. Whoever you had on your mind, you've known each other before. And I hope that it was a good knowing, and that anyone who like had something that you didn't vibe with from the past, you're actually not interacting with anymore. If this is someone that you actually like are interested in creating something with and being closer with them, I sense that it's powerful past life relationships, and probably more than one. And you two, maybe it's someone you always feel at home with, and you've sensed that you have known each other before, and you have. And there's a reason why you don't feel that way with everyone. There's like a reason, you know what I mean? So trust that knowing, and those kinds of things are special, you guys. We reincarnate, but you don't reincarnate as this version of yourself over and over and over again. Like, you're gonna be in a new life, in a new body, perhaps on a new planet. So if there is something that is like special to you, or like you have a soul where you do have that feeling with, of like both past like sweet love, and you have a sense of future destiny, you have to be able to be, it has to be something that would support your future destiny, because that's the most important thing. But also the coming together of a sacred union is a pinnacle portion of the journey of the evolution of the soul. Not that one needs to do it or needs to have it, but if it's chosen, or if it's written in the stars for you, it is not just like, oh, I'm like having a love experience because it like brings me comfort in this cold, harsh world. It's like, no, that is like, you're meant to evolve in ways that you could not evolve on your own, that your soul intended and desired to evolve in, that could only be done with another person, and more specifically with a specific person. It has to be someone who can match your energy. It has to be someone who can match your evolutionary swag. Like, you, in the yogic sciences, they say it's like you have an arc line from earlobe to earlobe, and relationships will only be successful if you guys have a frequency match, because your arc line is vibrating at a certain frequency. So like, so many relationships like seem like they'll work, but then this and that, and then they go down. And it's always because like one person's arc line is not keeping up with another's. And like, my guess is this person, you've been with them in the past before, because you guys have an arc line frequency match. You know what I mean? That's like, all I'm trying to say is that it is precious. And if it's something that is healthy and beautiful, then it's worth nourishing, and it's worth letting grow. And also, in this whole like heart of the rapture, it's like seeing things in their divine light. Even these types of like cosmic relationships, you have to see them as divine for them to continue to be so, and sacred, and like worthy of your time, worthy of your consciousness, worthy of your effort, because they're going to bring you places that your soul wants to go. And especially the union of two people who are like cosmically connected, who wanted to make a union happen in this lifetime, the things that can come of it are literally like beyond what you could even imagine or guess. So like, sometimes you think you might be more powerful or faster on your own, and like, that's the case if you're going to be with somebody who's not going to support you, in which case, yes, that's super valid. But like, if you feel a soul calling to someone, let yourself explore it and see what unfolds. Because this whole reading, you guys, this whole reading is like, have peace of mind, have faith by your own volition, see the divinity in all things, like trust in the divine flow. And relationships have a trust in divine flow too. So like, what have you maybe been feeling called towards that, or like what has come into your life? If you're blocking connection in any sort of way, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. And if you're not, then this message was not for you. Okay, let's do one more love card, because, like, why not? Okay, love card for the collective. Love card for the collective. It's on the ground, you guys. It's ominous. I have to get out of my lotus. It's half lotus. Just, I can't lie to you guys. Not the lotus. Oh, sometimes I hold my breath with these cards because there's some gnarly ones, and I have to tell you, usually I get them. But this one's playfulness. You guys, I am sent to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Like, that is the other thing, is that the people that, like, that are really meant for us, like, they bring out our inner child, and that's why we feel at home with them, because, like, our soul feels safe enough to be seen, and that is when our magic comes out. That's when our playfulness comes out. That's when our lightheartedness comes out. And, like, there's no need to be so serious about anything, but specifically in love, because it's just, like, we're allowed to be like lighthearted. We're allowed to be childlike. We're allowed to have fun. And it's like, the world needs more of that. It's a light vibration. Like, you can bring a light vibration. It's kind of revolutionary to bring a light vibration these days. How freaking cute is this? I'm, like, so obsessed. So basically, like, let yourself, first of all, I know I say like a lot, just putting that out there. If that bothers you, I'm possibly gonna work on it. But this is just saying once again that you can relax. You can have fun now. The cosmos is carrying you, and whoever this person is, whether they're already in your life or they're coming into your life, you do feel a sense of remembrance of them and a sense of home around them. So don't hold your playfulness or your expression back for fear of somehow ruining it, because you're going to ruin it now, or you're going to ruin it later, if it's not the right match. So you might as well be yourself, and you might as well have fun. And, like, I can tell you want to just, like, hold nothing back, because it feels like your soul wants to. And then sometimes maybe you stop yourself because your mind goes to, like, the rules or the past or the this or the that. But if it's like a divine outpouring from the innocence of your infinite soul, otherwise known as your inner child, let that shine, because you know what? That makes things happen that much quicker when you just let yourself be in your truth at all times. People will leave quicker. People will come in quicker. People will realize they love you quicker. People will realize they don't like you quicker. Jobs will realize that you're the perfect fit quicker. Jobs will realize that you're not at all the perfect fit quicker. Like, it's almost like we waste so much time when we get stuck in habitual policing of ourselves. And it's really how we're trained. Obviously, we're trained like factory workers in school, and, like, to be functional members of society, and to be cool, and to all these things. So keep what works, keep what still helps you, drop the rest. But everybody loves an authentic babe. Like, there's something so refreshing about somebody just being themselves. And especially, like, I'm just thinking of so many moments when somebody was just, like, willing to, like, be who they are and, like, say how they feel. And it's like awe-inspiring. But what else are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, that should definitely be the norm. So that is your encouragement to be playful, confirmation that you do know this person from lifetimes beyond these. And that doesn't always mean that you're supposed to be together, but if your soul feels magnetized to them, that is what is telling you that you are meant to explore this and that it is worthy of your exploration. And like, now is like, seize the freaking day, because maybe you're supposed to learn some lessons with this person, and then like your divine partner is waiting for you on the corner, or maybe you're supposed to learn some lessons with this person, and then you're gonna like shoot off with this amplified frequency and like go start a quadrillion-dollar business. But either way, if you are denying a soul urge to do something out of fear, you are slowing down your path of destiny. And the clock is ticking, baby. The world needs you. You need you. I love you. I see you. How the heck did this turn into a 40-minute reading? I genuinely was aiming for 10. So, sorry everybody, but if you're still here, you're a real one. If you're still here, comment a matcha or coffee emoji down below, depending on your preference. And if it's a different beverage of choice, please find that emoji. And if you cannot find that emoji, please type the drink so I can get to know more about you. Bye.